Hi, what's up? It's me, Haley Jones, and I am here with the fabulous Wendy Johnson with Southern Deluxe Properties. And I just want to say, she is a genius. That's how I feel. Her work is so good. Okay, before we get into design and everything that you do, as we have rapid fire. Okay, so are you ready?
I'll try.
Okay, because you're a designer, painted wood trim or leave the wood trim natural?
I prefer it painted.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not allowed
Although
to
it
paint
depends on the style.
Yeah.
But I prefer it painted.
Okay. Would you prefer tile or like hardwood floors?
Hardwood floors.
Hardwood floors like an oak or like a dark, moody color?
Again, depends on the room. Personally, I like the light color.
Yeah, I do too. I love a light oak.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's my
light oak.
favorite.
What's your favorite like home style? Like cottage, farmhouse?
Sort of modern and cozy.
Yeah.
That's my style in here. I like it fairly modern, but also it's got to be cozy.
Cozy.
So
I
it
love that.
it doesn't matter what style you go for. You've got to have that cozy. You've got to go in, kick your shoes off, put your feet up.
Feel at home. Like a design trend that you're like, I hope I never see this again.
Chrome molding.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Really?
In old houses,
Yeah,
where it's big and it's a statement,
yeah.
I hate. That's why it's painted. Now it's painted. I actually
That makes sense.
I quite like it because it sort of disappears.
It gives it, it's there, but it's like just enough dimension,
Yeah.
I guess.
But before I painted it, I hated it.
You hated it.
Yeah. It's just so 70s.
That's funny. Okay. If someone were gonna describe like the style of homes like in East Tennessee, how would you describe them? Because I asked this because I have a ton of clients that are like, we want mid-century modern. But I don't think there's a ton of that.
No, there isn't. It is more homey.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it. People trying to do more mid-century inside, but you can't just have mid-century. You just got to bring that coziness and soften it.
Right.
That's here.
Yeah, I agree. In something that you've renovated, what's like been your favorite project? Or built, because you've built some as well.
Yeah, they've all been so different. I'd say, I've got to say the house next door, because that was emotional.
Which is beautiful, yeah.
That was emotional, because it was an old couple.
Yes.
And they let us buy the house.
Yes.
And it was just, so there was a lot of emotion in that. And I had to think about who was going to live in there.
Yes.
So we had to pick the neighbour.
Yeah.
So as well as selling it to the right person, you had to like that person without telling them that we were the neighbor.
That's hilarious. Which you can go take a tour of that house, by the way, when it was for sale. It's beautiful. Okay, so if you Google Sageville Drive Home Tour, it's on YouTube. Or you can just email me and I can send you a link. But it's on YouTube and it is chef's.
Yeah, I actually I could die for that kitchen.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
It's so big.
It is beautiful.
Because I love cooking.
Yeah.
That is just so... Yeah, that's my favorite kitchen.
Is there a paint color that you're like, this works in every situation? Like you can't go wrong with.
I'm a green person.
Yes.
If you've noticed around the house, there's a lot of green. That is my favorite color, and somewhere in a design, you usually get some green.
Some green, yeah.
I don't think white is too flat.
Okay.
So if anything, I'd do more creamy. If it had to be neutral, I'd go for creams rather than...
Okay, then a white. Okay. My bedroom is like a dark green. Have I told you this story?
Wow.
My bedroom is a dark green and we paint, like I love it. I love it. And my husband was like, I don't even like green. And I was like, our bedroom has been dark green for like 5 years, man. He's like, yeah, I didn't like it then and I don't like it now. I'm like,
oh no.
Whatever. Okay, well, you helped me pick that color out, sir. So, personal problem. Okay, what's your feeling on carpet?
Hate it.
Hate, like hardcore.
Yeah. There's having 3 dogs.
Yeah.
Last year, we actually got rid of all the carpets in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And had more hardwood.
Yeah.
To run through. So easy to look after.
Yeah.
And it's just, but again, I think that's a generation thing. When we were doing next door, we had old neighbours that used to walk, the old ladies.
Yeah.
And they came in and went, but you have no carpet.
You're like, on purpose.
Yeah, we didn't want it.
We didn't want it. Oh my God, no, that house is beautiful. Okay, let's talk business. So your business is called Southern Deluxe Properties.
Correct.
Okay, and tell us what all you do.
Initially, for the past 4 years,
Yeah.
we've just done projects for ourselves. We've either done renovations or a new build to sell. And then at the beginning of this year, I decided, because I got my confidence and people like you helped me, I want to pass that on to other people.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
Yeah.
I think everybody deserves to live in a nice house. You may not have a lot of money and you think you can't do that, but you can with a little imagination.
Yes.
And that's what I'm very good at. I'd like to have somebody come along and say, here's 300,000, go ahead and do whatever you want. That doesn't happen.
Live your best life.
You know, that's not everyday life.
Right.
It's you work with clients. I love getting to people to think outside the box. They have what they think is nice, but they're not happy. That it's not a home.
Right.
And I want to go in. I don't tell them. As a design consultant, I don't tell them. I give them ideas. My fees are very manageable. They're not expensive at all. And I give them ideas.
Yeah.
I'll do like a mood board. This is what I suggest.
Yeah.
This is the kind of lighting. This is the kind of colour. And then I help them make the choices, because design is a very personal thing. It's your house.
Right.
So you've got to bring it. I've got to get to know you. I've got to get to know what your likes and your dislikes are. And that helps me come out with some decent ideas for you that I think will work. Then it's up to a client whether they want me to just help them with materials. I'll do that. If they want me to do a total renovation, I have such a great wide network of contractors.
Yeah.
Whether you just want your bathroom doing, whether you just want some painting doing, whether you have a total gut job, I've got good GCs, or whether you want a house building from scratch.
Right.
I've got such a network of contractors, all licensed. I will not work without them. You know, that is very important to make sure that they are licensed, which means they're insured. So if something goes wrong, they're insured.
Right.
And I think a lot of people fall down on that side. Somebody gives them a cheap price, they think, oh, that's great. No, it's not. Seeing as how my husband is an inspector for HUD and a home inspector, it's very important.
Right.
And I'll come home and talk to him about things.
Right.
And if he thinks it sounds a bit
questionable,
I won't go down that path. If somebody's trying to get me to do something that I'm not really happy about, without having the proper people on board, my contractors may not be the cheapest, but
they're
good.
Fabulous.
They're good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So if somebody is like, okay, I hate my kitchen, but they don't have 40,000 to drop on a kitchen, like what are some ways that they could maybe update it? Like what are some suggestions you have?
You can change a backsplash. You can change the hardware. You can put new lighting, new shelving, new stools at your island. Again, you can spend 500, you can spend a couple of thousand, which is less than 40,000.
Yes.
You can paint the cabinets. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
So until I've done it, I won't recommend it. I'm going to try my island.
Yeah.
And if I do my island and it's successful, I will then recommend it. Otherwise, I won't at the moment because I'm not sure.
Right.
But simple things. I recently helped somebody. They changed the backsplash, something quite bold. They had a very boring kitchen.
Yeah.
Very cream.
Okay.
It was a mustard.
Oh, really?
Mustard tile. She picked it.
Yeah.
I went with her, went around, gave ideas, and that was bold because she likes colour.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's somebody that liked colour. Change your light. Her kitchen looks completely different.
Isn't that funny?
So I don't know, probably a couple of thousand maybe.
You do make very bold tile choices, like from in your projects, I feel, and I love it. Like, because my problem is just personally is I want things to look nice, but then when I try to piece it together, it's like a kindergartner put this together. This makes no sense. And it makes me so mad because I'm like, I just want this to look nice. But then I try to commit to it and it's just not, which is why I still don't have a backsplash, by the way. And my walls are there's nothing on the walls.
I go and get samples.
Yeah.
I either buy samples online, I've now got a good supplier, and we'd go,
yes.
We'd look around, I'd suggest things. You'd come back with those samples.
Right.
You sit with them
and just see
overnight and see what you feel like.
Right.
and you go yes
Go
or no,
from
and
there.
it's sort of like, this is what it's going to cost, this is what that's going to cost,
Right.
and go from there. But until you put something there and you go, wow, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Right. Yeah.
That looks
yeah.
pretty good.
Right.
And that's what you just get people out of
Their heads.
comfort
Yeah.
zone.
Right. So how does somebody find their like personal style?
That I don't know. I suppose it's what they see as they go around. That's what I do.
Right.
You know, you watching TV, not necessarily design shows. You could be just watching some soap.
Right.
And you see some, and you go, oh my God, I like that idea in
Right.
that kitchen.
Right.
And I store that up here.
Right. Something else I think that you do really well is like style with functionality.
I try to.
Because I think that a lot of people can make something look beautiful, but it's not actually functional. So what are some of your like suggestions or tips and tricks about that?
It's just trying to storage.
Yeah.
You've got to make it look pretty, but you've got to have storage is the main thing. Sometimes I've done a design and I thought I wish I'd have had the budget to have done more,
Yeah.
but because of the budget, no.
Yeah.
But again, that is on every project I've done, I've learned something.
Mm-hmm.
So I learn, right, well, the next time I'll do this. But I research everything.
Yeah.
Everything I do, it does take me time because I research it. I research different styles, how to fit it all together, where can I put some more storage?
Right.
And I'll just flick through, watch programs, flick through Pinterest, and I put ideas together, and then I'll go to the contractor and say, will this work?
Nice.
And if he says no, why?
Why not, sir?
And if it's too costly, well, then I'll think of something else that perhaps is not as costly, but it's still functional.
Right.
And it's, as a homeowner with dogs, and I cook.
Yeah.
I cook every meal. We very rarely take out or anything. You do. I even cook the dogs' food. You've got to have an area that is well planned.
Right.
Or suits you.
Right. So how do you do that? Like when you're thinking about like planning for a dog and then also it being nice, like what are some of your like tricks for that? Because I'm thinking, okay, like how they eat, where do they eat? Like where's their food gonna go? Like how, like what the flow is.
So in most houses, you can have a dog area.
Yes.
In my house, I can't. I've got to have them all separated because they fight over food. So that's why you've got bowls everywhere.
Yeah, that's funny.
But you know, there are dog stations in my house. It's not that organized. I do make my own food, so I've got my little prep station over there that is just for dogs.
Yeah.
And I suppose people are like that with kids. You've just got to think, when I'm designing, I've got to think, whoever buys this, do they have kids? Do they have dogs? Are they an older couple?
Right.
It takes me, I research and research and research until I come up with what I think are suitable ideas and sit down with a contractor.
Right, and just go through.
And just go from there.
Right.
It's just all up here.
It's thinking through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are there areas where people should make a larger investment versus like don't worry so much? So for example, like types of furniture or like types of countertops or like where should money go and where is it like you probably don't need to spend $1 billion.
I think your kitchen's very important because you spend a lot of time in there. I don't think you have to spend a lot on expensive furniture. I don't because of the animals.
Yeah.
So I buy cheap and cheerful, and if we've got to replace it every 2 years.
Right.
From a design
I love
point.
that, cheap and cheerful. I love that.
But if perhaps you don't have kids, you don't have animals, and you're very sensible, you can splurge.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done that in my earlier days.
Right.
You know, I used to live with white carpets and white furniture. Those days are gone. So again, it depends on the homeowner.
Right.
And that's part of, if I'm doing a design for somebody or helping them, that's what I've got to get to know.
Right. Like how they live and yeah. But if you're like, okay, I'm just gonna decorate one room at a time, where would you start?
Probably the area I spend most in, which is probably my living room.
Yeah.
The sunroom in our house was the very first room.
Really?
Yeah, but this was all separated. They had a wall
Oh,
here.
wow. It's beautiful.
But the sunroom, we knew that's where the TV was going to go. and that was nothing. It wasn't insulated or anything.
Wow.
So that's the one we concentrated on. And then, you know, Steve came home and the kitchen had gone. They came home the next day and the wall had gone. So I have a tendency to just get on with things.
Just go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, my husband has a lot to put up with.
That's fine. He married you. That was his choice.
And he loves me.
Obviously. Okay, what about like what makes a bedroom like both practical and beautiful?
It's got to be cozy, so you've got to have a nice bed, you've got to have nice furniture.
What is your thoughts on like beds, frames in front of windows?
I personally don't like them unless you're really strapped and you have no choice.
Yeah.
Because I like the light coming in.
Yes.
If possible, and you've got a nice window to look out of or a door,
right,
that's even better.
Yeah.
I think that's great. It's just got to be your little sanctuary. So whatever colour schemes that you like that you find comforting, I find green comforting.
Yes.
So I'd go dark. Some people like them light. Again, that's a personal choice. But you've got to have a comfy bed.
Yeah.
I like a bed with a frame. I like side tables and I like nice lighting and I like a fan.
Yes. Wait, is there such a thing as a nice fan? I think they're all so ugly. But I have to sleep with a fan.
Yeah, no, you pick, and on the new build we did, you liked the fan.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And actually, I bought that for my office.
Well, we have all the bedrooms.
Yes. It's like a rattan. Is it rattan?
Rattan.
Yeah, on the outside, and it looks great.
Yeah, and it works great.
Because I think most of them are so free.
Yeah, I hate the old-fashioned ones with lights.
Oh,
So, no, this is, so again, I research and find something that's more modern.
Right.
That fits in. I don't like old-fashioned fuddy-duddy stuff. That's not my style.
Where are some of your favorite places to get like decor?
I shop around. I really do. I'm a big fan of Wayfair.
Oh, are you?
I do.
I get lost in there.
No, I can spend a long time on Wayfair. But I can go to places. There's a place somewhere on Chapman Highway that does, it's like a warehouse. I've picked up bits and pieces. I can't remember the name of it.
I'm like, I need to know where this
I'll have
is.
to look that up for you.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know, then you can go to, well, unfortunately, Big Lots is not around anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So you can go and get old. You can get new.
Yeah.
Something a bit wacky.
Yeah. Wait, okay. So tell me how to shop on Wayfair. Because I get in there and I'm like, okay, I'm looking for a rug. And the next thing I know, I'm looking at like chairs. I mean, I'm like, I don't even know where the rug was that I liked. It's like a black hole for me. And then I cannot commit because I'm like, is this price good? Is it not good? Like, I don't know. I mean,
I use the filters at the top.
Yeah.
So that I get exactly what I want.
Yeah.
And I don't deviate from that until I find what I want. And I don't usually, I buy a lot of lights from Wayfair.
Oh, really?
Well, the houses that we've got.
Yeah.
But I'll start at, say, page 15, 20. I don't get the ones that you see.
I see what you're saying.
Because
you
start at page 1, page 2, and you go through the first 10 pages and it go, I can't find that. So I'll start at page 15. And then I go on from there until I find exactly the kind of style that I want. Right. I spend a long time doing that.
When someone's like, hey, I want help with the kitchen, how does it work? Like when I have you look at my kitchen, which I'm going to do, by the way, we need to schedule that literally. How does it work?
I would get to know you, colours, what kind of colours you like. Then it depends on your budget. I have a great supplier that I go to, and I'd go with you. Yeah. And we'd go through the colours, the materials, and then go from there. If you don't have a big budget, I'd still take you to the same source and look at different tiles. Yeah. And hardware. And try and work within your budget. And then if we can achieve what you want within your budget, we can. If you can't, we sacrifice something, but I don't sacrifice it that it doesn't look pretty anymore. I'll just find something different.
That'll work, yeah.
You know, if the tile is too expensive, I'll find you another tile. Right. But it's not so expensive, but still pretty and still different, rather than plain Jane. That's how I'd do it. And again, a big factor is when I'm renovating for myself, and I'll go in and they say, what's your budget? I don't have one
Yeah.
because the kitchen sells the house.
Yes.
So then
Which, if you go to her website and you look at the kitchens that she's talking about, you're going to see exactly. And actually, there's videos of every, I think.
No, you've done every
I've done every one, and they're all,
thank you,
like, amazing.
But then you cut down on other things. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. You can, whatever your budget is, you can concentrate. If you're doing it to sell, your kitchen and your master.
Yeah.
They're the main things. So spend some money there. And you can make it look good without spending a lot. If you don't have a big budget,
Right.
I can work at that.
Right.
And that's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
I've got quite a good imagination.
1,000,000%.
I can walk into a room and sort of like
See it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you come and you check out a person's space, you potentially like go shopping with them, see what they like. So how long does the process take? I mean, I know it probably depends on how big the project is, but in general, like...
I work fast. I do work fast because my brain doesn't stop. Again, it depends on how much. It depends on getting different contractors or a general contractor to do whatever your project is. So sometimes it's waiting on getting the right contractor because they're busy.
Right.
My side of it will not take long.
Right.
So it's sort of, are you available for shopping next week? Yeah, okay.
Done.
Because I love it.
Yeah.
I can shopping for clothes.
Right.
Shopping for food. Take me to a tile shop and I can spend all day there.
Yes.
I'm sad. But I love it. And I think that's why it helps people, because I'm passionate about what I do. I think everybody deserves to have their nice home, and sometimes they can't think about what is needed, and I try and get them to think outside of the box. I don't tell them this is what you need, you have to do that. I spend time with them and I suggest these kind of lights will work, these kind of chairs will work, this kind of colour will work, these cabinets would look great in your space, and work with a client. That doesn't take long as far as I'm concerned. Depends on the client. You take back all the samples and they can still, I don't know. But if you take samples and put it in their space, they can visualise. That's what I try and do. I get paint samples, and you can buy the squares now, and put them in there so they can visualise it. So if you want gold or black hardware, I have samples. It may not be the right handle, but you can see it against that colour. So they can visualise it. Rather than showing a picture, people can't see it. I'll buy samples of wallpaper. So when you go wallpaper, it's like, oh, that's a bit scary.
I know,
but
feels
then
like a commitment.
when you put something together,
Right.
and you put the colours, you put your wallpaper, you put your hardware. Okay, I can see it
makes
now.
it work.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I work. I'm more visual.
Yeah, and just letting people kind of see the vision. Yeah. Very cool. So you do, okay, if people want your services, you do everything from like a room to a house. Do you help people build as well?
Yes.
Like to design?
Yes. So I don't design houses.
Yeah.
People you can buy them online and you can change them. There's lots of websites that you can buy plans for now. Or you can go to an architect, which is very expensive.
What have y'all done? Have you just bought a plan?
I bought plans. You either like the plans and it fits within your land.
Yeah.
You can then, usually with most websites, you can say, well, and you can talk to them and sort of like, I'd like to extend the house an extra 10 foot. So for another fee, they can do that.
Right.
Or I want to make that room bigger and that room smaller. Knox County is very good in the fact that when you have your plans, you can actually move walls on the inside.
Okay.
Down in the city, no, you can't. You have to go exactly to your plans.
Got it.
So it depends on where you are, on how you change it. But I can introduce people to a general contractor.
Yeah.
So I can help them with designs. I can then help them with the materials for what they want in there.
Right.
I can help them, do you want a fireplace? Do you want built-ins? Do you want a vaulted ceiling? Do you want beams? What colours? I can help them with all of that.
Right.
And I can walk them through each stage.
Yeah. When you guys built the most recent one, how did you find that process? Like, is there anything, so like, for example, you just said that about like, that's out in the county. So if you've moved walls, you didn't have to. Are there other things that people should kind of keep in mind as they're, doing this?
You've got to look at the terrain. We're actively looking for another piece of land at the moment. There is an area nearby, a subdivision that I absolutely love. And we brought in a general contractor because it's very hilly. And he says, I'm actually building one just up the road.
Yeah.
But you've got to get structural engineers involved. You've got to get, there was another kind of engineer because it was on rock.
Okay.
And it was so, either too steep that way and you've got to have supports that way, or you've got to have a retaining wall. So it's like, by the time you've spent all of those fees,
right,
it's not. We didn't think it was feasible,
right,
to do a house that I would like.
Yes.
So if somebody's looking like that, you've got to think about it. Is an area where you have sewer, or do you have to have a septic tank? A lot of people don't like a septic tank.
Right.
I've never done one with a septic tank. Steve is an inspector. We're coming across some of the inspections he's done. A lot of them are in septic areas.
Right.
When we've looked at land, you'll have half the road as a sewer and
right,
half as septic tanks, and then so that's an added cost.
Right.
So that's a problem.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
When you're doing it to build for yourself, it's just to be factored into the cost.
Right.
If you're doing it to build to sell, you've got to factor as to whether that's going to eat into your profit.
Right. Yeah, because people aren't going to think like, oh, well, this is expensive because they put a septic tank in or they tied into sewer. Like, people don't care. That's not being considered on the bottom line.
No, and it is, there are lots of factors before it looks pretty.
Yeah.
So 100%. I actually did learn a lot on the new build. It was lots of factors that you've got to, and lots of rules and regulations that, so many feet here, so many feet there, so many kind of pitch here. So you've got to have the right design to fit in with the county codes. Right. But that was all, every time I do something, it's a learning curve. Yeah. Because you've then got to research, there's like, oh, right, okay. Right. And figure out your design. How to make it work. That will work. Right, very cool. Okay, if somebody wants to work with you, where should they go? What should they do? They can find me on Facebook. You can go through Hayley, www.southerndeluxepropertiesllc.com. And we'll link it below too. Yeah. You can phone me, you can email me. If I don't answer the phone, leave a message and I will come back to you if it's a number I don't know. Yes. I may not answer. But if you leave a message, I'll get back to you. Website, I didn't do one of the contact boxes because I like being contacted directly. I like it's personal for me. So you can contact me anyway like that, email, phone. Cool. I'm here. Love it. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you're like, we gotta talk about this? No, I don't think so. I think you've covered everything. Oh my God. Okay, listen. Yeah, so if you go to the website, you can see their projects. Also, I have toured a ton of stuff that they've done, and I'm just telling you, she is amazing. Okay, so go watch those tours, and you can find it because you can find the one on Sagefield. If you're like, no, send me some others, then just message me directly, and I'll send you the links on YouTube. But you can go to all my tours, and they'll be there, and it'll say Southern Deluxe Properties on there. So you can also Google it that way. But I'm just telling you, the design eye that you have is, and also when she says she works fast, I think when you she called about the new build that you guys did, and I was like, we were talking about some different ideas, and the next time I talked to you, it was done. The house was done, and I was videoing it. It seemed to take forever. I'm very impatient. No, I was like, she got this done. So anyways, you were amazing. Call Wendy. She is awesome. And yeah, we will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.